Weber Shandwick and Spencer Stewart have been working on the Rising CCO survey since 2007, long-standing partnership between our two firms. What we found in this year's survey is crisis management is more important today than it ever has been. When we went back to 2007, we found that 33% of CCOs said that crisis management was one of the most important tasks they had as Chief Global Communications Officers. On the other hand, this year, 65% of CCOs said that crisis management is key to their success within their organizations. In short, crisis management is more important today than it ever has been. Because most companies today are dealing with some sort of crisis or recently have and realize that crisis can hurt their corporate reputation. The survey this year revealed that 71% of CCOs that we talked to have had to deal with some sort of crisis that threatened their corporate reputation over the last 2 years. That's a huge number, and it simply reveals that no company, no organization is immune from a crisis. Crises, quite simply, drain a lot of corporate resources. Not surprisingly, the Rising CCO study found that in 75% of the cases, the CCO played an active role, and it took an average of 15 months to resolve a crisis situation. Quite simply, that's a lot of work and a lot of stress on the organization. Well, first of all, to be prepared, you need to recognize that everyone is vulnerable today. And the only way to mitigate against a vulnerability is to prepare. In terms of preparation, it's all about planning and it's all about practice. You need to review your crisis plan and make sure it's ready for today's world, today's digital world. You can't have something that's just a binder on a shelf. It has to be digital. It has to be ready to meet the threats of social media and the digital age where information travels in nanoseconds around the world. Also, in terms of practice and simulation, still holds true that that's important and probably more important than ever. That's why Weber Shandwick created Firebell, which is a social media crisis simulator.